of today's group discussion. And in my previous lecture, we did discuss about anchoring and panel discussions. Okay, so let me start with my presentation now. One second. Huh? So here we go. Okay, this is somebody, Siddharth Pagare. Okay, I'll allow him to enter the meeting. So just let me know if you can see the slide of group discussion. Please, one of you can unmute and tell me whether it is visible or not. Otherwise, I'll do it again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. So what is a group discussion? As the name suggests, that means there have to be a lot of people involved in that. Okay. And all those people who, acha, somebody is wanting to enter the meeting, so I'll have to go back and allow that person to enter. Just 1 second, huh? Okay. Preeti, Saroj. Okay, fine. All right. It becomes very difficult for me to switch from one slide to another, and now I'm not going to allow anybody to enter the meeting. Group discussion, as the name suggests, it means there's a group of people, okay, and they will be talking about on a common topic. Definitely, if something is to be discussed, the topic has to be common, and all the people who come up, in a group discussion, they will share their ideas. They will share whether they are in for the idea or whether they don't want that idea, or they can, there is a brainstorming session. So every member contributes his idea, every member gets the opportunity to express himself. And by group discussion, even somebody who is non-participating, that person is motivated to speak by the person who is leading the group discussion. That person will deliberately call upon those people who are diffident and shy. They will also try to make them comfortable and speak up their mind. And and this gives them the sense of belongingness, sense of importance. Some people, they are very shy and they don't want to just open up. So what happens in a group discussion, you make the uh, atmosphere so congenial and so warm that they also open up and speak up their mind. So in a group discussion, it can generate more than one solution for a problem, and it also help in unraveling all the facets of a problem. So group discussion is generally done in corporates, sometime in schools, sometime in job interviews, so that you can get to know which person is able to um, put forth his ideas um, without hijacking the whole group discussion, and allowing other person to participate. They also see for their politeness, see all this uh, you know skills that I have given in the photograph, in this picture group discussion. All these skills are measured in a group discussion when it happens for a job interview. Sometimes it is not easy to take face to face interview of each and every candidate. So what they do, they make a group of 10 people or 5 people or 15 people, and then they give a topic to be discussed. Some people can talk. It's up to you whether you want to talk in favor of the topic, or you want to just opt out of, tell them, I'm not in favor of this. Okay, maybe it's as simple as that, Kisan Andolan, or maybe environment, or maybe anything to do with, maybe it is a it's also, it could be also about Aryan Khan and Shah Rukh Khan case, and police So could be anything, because they are not interested in your knowledge right now. They want to see how is your teamwork, how is your social skill and behavior, how is your communication skill, whether you are able to come into some conclusion, how is your listening ability. That's very important. And the leadership skill. When you allow other people, when you motivate others, and along with the side maintaining a control, how is your general awareness? Are you polite enough in a group discussion? And how confident you are. So all these skills are measured in a group discussion. All right. So whenever there is a group discussion, there's always a problem and there's always a solution that you, in the end, you come to. Okay. Now, one person's contribution can act as a, somebody says something, and that can act as a stimulant to the other person to speak upon that. Okay. So it also inculcates a sense of team spirit. Okay, you become a team. You are trying to fight a cause, and you're trying to fight, not fight basically, you are trying to give some opinions on certain topics. So you are working as a team. You are adding to the total. You may be going against them and again agree to disagree. So many things that comes to play whenever there is a group discussion. And you generally do in your friend circle also, knowingly or unknowingly. Whenever there is something, you discuss, and there are a lot of friends totally sitting in a park, in a restaurant. So we do get involved in group discussion informally. But what I'm talking about is a formal group discussion where you will be sitting and you will be observed. So once you are, familiar with the informal type of group discussion with your friends, with your relatives, with your parents, sit together and there is a problem and you are trying to find out a solution. So you get the, you are into habit. You allow the person to speak, you give your point of view, you listen to other, you try to, anchor the meeting. So you basically are trying to make yourself more confident if you involve yourself in informal group discussion. This leads your path towards the formal group discussion. Okay. So whenever usually a group discussion is initiated, 1 second, huh? दरवाजा बंद कर दो, बहुत आवाज आ रहा है उधर से. हाँ, thank you. So usually a group discussion is initiated among a group of participants who all have knowledge on a certain topic. You'll never include somebody who does not have, who cannot speak on certain topic. Okay, you'll always, I think somebody wants to enter the meeting and I'm not going to allow. Okay, now the commonness of the topic is very important. So, all the participants will express their ideas with confidence. Is it okay? Now, group discussion always has to be monitored. It has to be monitored by somebody. Either it could be a facilitator or it could be amongst the group discussion people. One could, act as a leader, or sometime it is appointed by the corporate world only that this person will lead the group discussion. So what is his job? The job of the person who is a facilitator in a group discussion is to, first of all, break the ice. Break the ice means try to, make all the participants, give them a warm welcome, and then initiate the topic, and then try to maintain peace throughout the discussion. It's very important. Sometimes, group discussion can go out of hand, and there could be a squabble, there could be a small fight or argument that can happen. So what is the job of a facilitator? It is to bring back the group discussion on a track, to to end that argument, and so that peace is maintained throughout the group discussion. Okay, so he has to see that there's always a connection. They don't digress the points, and they don't digress the topic which is to be discussed, and at times in between. So whatever the participants are talking about, he also the facilitator, he also has to summarize in between. He has to keep on summarizing what has been said in the group meeting, okay, and what is the contribution of certain participant, okay. And there are, in a group discussion, there's some people who are diffident, so some people have got resentment, so they don't speak up at all. So it is the job of a facilitator, to include them in the group discussion. They should not be left, alone. And if there are 5 participants in a group discussion, all 5 of them should be given at least one time to speak up. And if somebody is withdrawing and not speaking up, it is the job of the facilitator to motivate that person, okay. So some people are really diffident, they are shy, and they don't have the self-confidence to speak. So it is the job of the facilitator to make them comfortable, speak in a very, a very friendly manner, so that that person can also contribute. And in a group discussion, sometimes, people who are very shy, they have very good ideas in their mind, but they are not able to break that shell and come out and speak. So facilitator's job in a group discussion is very important, as you have discussed now. Okay, so a facilitator has to see that the discussions in a group are on the track. They are not digressed, they don't go here and there, and also has to maintain the time limit for each participant. Some participants, they keep on talking, they can talk at length, they can go on and on and on, but then it is the job of a facilitator to stop them and allow others also. Okay, so there is a video that I will show you in the end of the group discussion slides. So please remind me, or maybe in the end of the session. So we'll move on to the next slide, that what are the guidelines that need to be observed during a group discussion. So here we go. The guidelines are, one should not interrupt as a speaker. Don't interrupt. Sorry, there is a mistake. Don't interrupt likha hai maine. So it has to be don't interrupt a speaker. So whenever a speaker is talking and he is within his time limit and he's on the topic, please don't interrupt that speaker. However, he may give you very controversial point of view. One second. So, sorry. So it may be like that. He may give you very controversial point of view. So, but still you have to, if he is within his time limit and he is on the topic, you have to allow that person to speak up. Okay. So next point is that use body language to encourage the speaker. So other participants and the facilitator, it is their job that once the speaker is speaking, they will not use any body language to discourage the speaker. Rather, try to motivate that speaker. Okay, even if he's fumbling, even he's not able to, talk very fluently about the topic. Maybe he has lack of knowledge, but it is the job of other participant, because you also have learned in the long run how to participate. So other person who is new in the group discussion, who has just entered the corporate world, who is just maybe it is his first group discussion, so it is your job to encourage that person, okay, and not make fun of or mock him. All right. So the next point in a group discussion is the time limit. So one has to observe the time limit, strict observation, because otherwise, what happens? One person may encroach upon the time limit of the other person. That should not be done. If every person is assigned 2 minutes, So it can become 2.5 minutes, but no other speaker or somebody should be allowed to speak more than 3 minutes. That is, you are taking the time of other person. Now it is out of question that the other person is hardly taking 1 minute. So the other person has got 3 minutes. So it is like you have to balance it. Okay. So strict observation on the time limit, and group discussion should be within the time limit, and every participant should get an opportunity to speak. All right. The next point is that respect the views of others. As I said, somebody may speak very, in a very controversial manner on a topic. So, but still, it is since it is a group discussion, you have to respect their point of view. Okay, and they, it should be vice versa. They should also respect your point of view. Okay. Next point is agree to disagree. That means it is not always necessary to agree with others, but it's important to listen to them. Okay, but hold on your reservation until you get your chance to speak according to your turn. Okay. And the next time point is effective listening. You, as a, it's always said that you should be able to speak very fluently. You should be, able to hold the stage. You should be able to capture the attention of everybody. But on the contrary, it is also very important to be an effective listener. And there is a chapter also on effective listening in your syllabus. Right from this subject has started, I have always emphasized on one thing: be like Ganesha. Ganesha has got long ears. That means listen to others, because once you listen, you get more ideas. अपना बक 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 करने से ज्यादा अच्छा है कि try to imbibe other people's point of view, because then you get to know more. अगर खुद बोलते रहेंगे तो अपना तो हमें मालूम ही है ना what is in our head. But if you really want to grow and learn, listen to others, what they have in their mind. Okay? It's very important topic, and it is always underestimated. But then effective listening is really important. Okay? Never underestimate. Okay? Now, last but not the least, you have to stick to the agenda of the group discussion. Otherwise, the discussion, it will lose direction. You may digress from here and there, and whatever objective was there to keep a group discussion, that will be lost, and the whole group discussion will be unproductive, isn't it? Right? So these are the guidelines. These are the guidelines. One second, let me just install my Wacom tablet so that I can write also. I'll have, for that matter, because now I have a laptop with me, so it becomes very difficult. I can only, install one thing at a time. I'm not able to have both of them together, as it is very easy to have both of them in a desktop. So these were the guidelines. Let me repeat: don't interrupt a speaker. Okay, use body language to encourage the speaker, never to discourage. Like kabhi kabhi kya hota hai, some of them, when you know each other and the third person who is speaking, you may try to nudge the other person's elbow. Aisa bhi so many people, they do it, like just to discourage that person. Maybe आपको कुछ बोलना नहीं है, but you will nudge the other person's elbow who's sitting next to it. The person who is speaking may become, less confident, or may get distracted, may lose the track what he was speaking. So it is very bad in a group discussion. And if there is a good facilitator who is observing you, he may, he should control that. And as a participant also, never try to do that, because if you are doing something like that with some other speaker, somebody can also do it with you. So one good turn deserves another. It is always give and take. So you always have to be on the right track. Time limit, as I told you, is also, you have to stick to your time. As I said, 2 minutes can go to 2.5, but not more than 3 minutes, because the other person then will not get proper time to express his point of view. Respect the views of other, agree to disagree, then effective listening, and stick to the agenda. Now we'll go to the next slide. See, reasons for unproductive group discussion. Why some group discussion they become like they render useless? The reason is, actually group discussion is a very proactive process, and it can act as a very effective tool in contributing to the production of any organization or any job interviews, but in some cases it can become unproductive. And what are the reasons? I'm going to enlist them one by one. So first is risk of displeasing one another. So if your friend is talking in favor of a topic and you feel if you will talk against the topic, you may lose your friendship. You don't want to displease your friend. So this can result to the unproductiveness of a group discussion. Sometimes you may feel the facilitator has, given you a topic, and that facilitator, I think, is in favor of the topic, but you have some points against the topic, and you know that facilitator is a very controlling person, so you don't want to displease that person. So you will not, you'll not be able to speak up. So then the motive of group discussion is lost. And sometimes, it also happens like when there are 10 participants in a group discussion, and you feel that 7 of them are on one side, and you feel, okay, if I go to the other side, or 9 of them are on one side. So actually it is beneficial for you to be on the other side, because 9 of them are together and you are not able to counter those people. So you will be actually more respected in case you are able to give the counter points to them. So it's not that 9 people are on one side, so you should feel scared and not put forth your point. It's very important to speak up your mind, whether in favor or against. So risk of displeasing another should never be there in your mind. Even if your best of best friend is speaking in favor of the thing and you feel nay. For example, in your friend circle, you're talking about Kisan Andolan per se. Okay, now you are seeing that, oh my God, 9 of them are talking against it. For example, say they are against it. But now you feel that you want to say in favor of, but you are like, you don't want that friendship to get ruined. No, it's a discussion, and friendship is on another level and discussion is on another level. Okay, try to bring your point. Maybe you are able to modify their point of view. Even if you not modify their point of view, at least you'll bring forward some points that you feel like sharing. The other may think on that, ponder on that situation also. So that way the group discussions, they become very productive, and it should be that way always. If 9 of them are speaking in the same language and the 10th one also speaks in the same language, there is no point of group discussion. That means you are riding the wave. Jo chal raha hai usi ko saath mein aur dhakka dete ja rahe ho. There is no point of group discussion. It has to be both ways. Okay? It has to be both ways. Now the next point, that why the group discussion may render unproductive when it is unplanned. For example, you have planned a group discussion in a haste. You got a call in the morning and you just have not got the time to prepare and bring forth some accumulate the points in for that. So then in that case the group discussion may go unproductive, because you are in a hurry and you lack the direction, you lack the you have not put your mind to it, and you have not planned for it. So you don't have sufficient matter to talk on it. So then also the group discussion become unproductive. So as a leader, is also, if you are a leader of that group discussion and you have not got, you have not planned it, then also, you will not be able to lead that. Other people may keep on saying it because you don't know what is happening. So uh, you will stand like a, robot and not be able to manipulate the group discussion and use your effectiveness to give direction to the group discussion. Okay. Now, next point is that few participants, they hijack the discussion. It always happens. Some of them are very good speaker, some of them are very good orator, and on the other hand, some of them are diffident. Some of them are resentful, maybe because the participant with whom they are discussing, they don't like them, they have the resentment in their mind, so they will not participate. So few participants, when they hijack, because they want to hog the limelight, it always happen. आपको जैसी कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा ना बोलने का, then you will, then you will never leave the stage and never leave any opportunity to speak. And that's actually a nuisance, because as an effective communication person, I said communicating is not important as listening is as important as communicating. So lot of emphasis is given on listening also. Don't hijack the whole discussion. Allow other participant to speak also, and also never go beyond the time allotted to you. So so others who may have very valid point, they will not get the opportunity to open their mind. It can happen now, because you have taken a lot of time and hijacked the whole discussion. The other person who has so many good points in his mind will not be able to finish also. So the next point, that the reason for unproductive group discussion is sometimes there are non-performers. As I said, some people are resentful, some people are diffident. So what happens? They will not, participate. So when they don't participate, and they agree to everything, whatever is said, by nodding their head or by just saying yes, yes, yes. So that is also very unproductive, because then you are just letting one person's point of view to be pushed, rather than somebody to um, somebody to object to that. Okay. So a non-participant always is non-functional in a group discussion, and basically he acts as a obstacle. Basically he acts as an obstacle to the smooth running. By, see, hijackers are also obstacle, but sometimes non-participants are also obstacle to a group discussion. Hijackers, on the other hand, they take the whole discussion in their hand, but non-speakers, non-performers, they give the reins to the other people, and then the group discussion is they always go towards one direction only, rather than having a brainstorming. It moves only in one direction. So there is no point of that also. So as a facilitator, uh, you facilitator has to look into everything. Okay. Okay. As he should always keep these things in his mind while facilitating any group discussion. Okay. Now let's move on to the next very important slide: non-compliance in the group discussion. Non-compliance in the group discussion में क्या होता है? Some people are very aggressive in their voice, in their body language, in their tone. So they become hostile to a particular participant or rest of the team. So in that case, the group discussion can never lead to any you can say that a group discussion will not lead beneficial to any of us, whosoever is participating in a group discussion. So aggressiveness has to be, sometimes, there are people who are very snappy, haughty, and then they have to be put right in their place by the facilitator. But if the facilitator is not aggressive enough, one of the participant who is very aggressive, that takes the control. So that has to be taken care. Some people have got the habit of blocking by making digression from the point of discussion and goes on arguing about what is actually not the part of discussion. So that is called blocking, when you start talking about your own thing and what is not to be actually discussed in the group discussion. Okay, so uh, this has to be, taken care by the facilitator only. And in case sometime facilitator is not paying heed to this, so the other participant also have to be very smart enough to put that person in the place by, first of all telling the facilitator that I think he's digressing the point and I think he's talking about his own thing, which is not the part of the group discussion. So this can be done in a group discussion. Okay. Now next is competing. Sometime, competition, uh, really takes a toll on a group discussion. There are two participants who are competing with each other, maybe, so they want to talk on a topic longer than what is than other. So by just thinking that if they will speak more than the other participant, they will win. But it's not the case. It's basically how you put your point. Your politeness is also important. Competition is very good in everywhere. Competition, a healthy competition, is very important. But if it becomes uncomfortable for the other person, then, a facilitator has to intervene. It's very important that they should intervene and take charge of the group discussion. Now, sometimes what happens is sympathy seeking. Some of the participants, they try to gain sympathy of others by talking about their bad luck, something, some their tragedies that they're going through in their personal life, and then they will show their own ideas in poor light so that others see them as a victim. And then, the topic is, lost, and they start, talking about their topic and praising them, so that they know that person can be motivated. So that these are all non-compliance items in a group discussion. So some people, they start, horsing around. That means when the group discussion is going on, they will cut a joke, they will intervene, they will not allow person, and they will just, laugh in between. So cutting joke, mimicking others, and this actually is not healthy in a group discussion, because, proceeding of the discussion is hampered because of these things. Then there are some participants who always seek recognition, you know who they'll talk excessively about what they have done, and they want to highlight whatever is their contribution to certain thing in the company or wherever. So they are very loud and they're very unusually, trying to attract the attention of other participant, and want to say that okay, they are the only people who have contributed so much. So seeking undue recognition in a group discussion is also not very healthy. Okay. Now some people, they withdraw from the group discussion because, they don't take part, because uh, they whisper their things into other people's ear, and rather they don't want to speak up openly, because they feel that they have been left out and the facilitator is not paying attention to him or her, and the facilitator is biased. So these things can lead to the withdrawing of symptoms in some participants. So all these things they have to be taken care in a group discussion. Now, with this, I think the group discussion topic is over, and we'll move on to the next topic, and that topic is voice modulation, and it is very important topic. I think before I go to voice modulation and other things, I think there was a video that I wanted to show you, and now only 10 minutes are left in the meeting. Okay, and I think that video is also of 10 minutes. So would rather show you that video, and voice modulation topic will take on the on some other next class. Okay. So let me attach the mouse to the laptop now, and I'll take out my Wacom tablet. Okay, now here we go. Uh, we'll go back now because want to I want to go to that video that I wanted to show you. Okay, it's a 10 minutes video, so would like to you to see that. It's on group discussion. Okay. Okay, 1 second, huh? Just give me. Okay, I have to copy this. Okay. I'm going to share it now with you. 1 second. I think there's a problem here. Okay. One of you, please unmute yourself and let me know whether you are able to see something on the screen. Hello?
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay. 1 second, 1 second. There's some problem. Let me just sort it out. Okay. Okay. Is it visible now?
30 minutes,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
maximum
Yes.
for
Okay.
discussion. Let's see the what is group discussion. Important for interview cracking, that is group discussion. What is group discussion and why it is important for students and everyone's and professionals? Group discussion. Let's see the what is group discussion. Group discussion, it is a simplification meaning that is discussion among group of people. It will clarify from the meaning of group discussion. Group of group In group discussion there are members 8 to 12, maximum 15 members are allowed. These are conditions are according to the examinations and according to the conditions. In group discussion, members are representing their views in a friendly manner and representing their ideas, points, and concepts. Time limit for group discussion is 20 to 30 minutes. Its maximum for that is 40 to 45 minutes. Group discussion is a mostly unstructured event. Unstructured event means it has no advanced topic for group discussion. Group discussion topic is given on the spot and we have to represent our points, views, concepts, knowledge in that group discussion within the given time of limit. Firstly, we see the what type of skills or which skills determined by the group discussion.
Here I would like to add, they said keep topic is not given, but the topic is always given beforehand. Okay, there is a mistake, and this I think video is made by a student only. So you will have to, forgive his language skills, and there's some mistakes also, but I liked it because there's so many things that he has discussed. Okay, so I'll continue with the video. All right.
and examiners. First is knowledge. Second skill determined by the examiners, that is leadership. Third skill is the quality, and last but not least, that is a behavior. These are the four skills determined by the examiner and which are important for the group discussion and other interviews. First is knowledge. Knowledge is they are checking our knowledge regarding that topic and our leadership qualities. In leadership qualities, they are checking our communication skills, what's our behavior. These qualities are determined by the examiners and others for in group discussion and interviews. For group discussion, these are important. Behavior, that is what's our group good behavior, bad behavior, appearance. These are important for the determination of our communication skills in group discussion and in any interview. We'll see the general guidelines for group discussion. What are the general guidelines for group discussion? General guidelines is be relevant, be confident. We have to relevant and we have to use the skills which are in my last video, that is 7 C's of communication skills. Our message should be concise, concreteness, courtesy. These are points we have to use and apply the knowledge in group discussion and any interview. We have theoretical knowledge but lack of practical knowledge where we are rejected in interview. So we have to improve our skills and knowledge by these points. We have to make our skills and improve in our knowledge and skills. What are these are the general guidelines for the interview and group discussion preparation. Well, let's see the next point, that is what we does for the group discussion. Make only accurate statements. Let us consider if we are in a group discussion, and in that group discussion we have to tell or express our points accurately. Second point is that consider the others' feelings and others' opinions, ideas. Argument only when there is a very much you have knowledge about that point. These are the do's for the, if possible, take initiative. If you are sufficient knowledge regarding that point, then you are allowed to take the initiative and you have to start the group discussion. And you have to only not express the positive points and not only the negative points. You have to overall represent your knowledge, concepts, and what's your opinion, and they are determining our skills by the group discussion. These are do's for the group discussion. Let's see the next point, that is what are the don'ts for the group discussion, which these are most important. What we have to do and what we have not to do, these are important. First is that suppose we are in a group discussion, our behavior is most important. Which type of your behavior. Second point is that argument with anyone for the any statement, when we have sufficient and correct knowledge regarding that topic, then and then only argument is low speaking, highly speaking. You have to tell or represent your points in a short sentences, not in a large sentences. These are point important. Knocking to the table by using pen, and these are the negative gesture. These are the bad qualities or bad impression on the examiners. So we have to improve or remove that type of skills, and we have to achieve the more important skills. For that, these are the general guidelines. Thanks for my watching video.
So this was it, and with this we'll end our today's class. All right. So in my next lecture, we'll be talking about voice modulation and debates, skits, and PowerPoint presentation. So 4 topics will be done in the next lecture, or maybe next Saturday. Okay. So have a good day. Bye-bye. Take care, all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, bye.